The main duties of a Toastmaster are the eyes, ears and voice of the bride and groom. I say the eyes and ears because the bride and groom are not conscious of everything they need to be checking on. For example, if they're in the church getting married, I'll be at the venue well in advance of any of the guests, making sure that the venue is ready. The cloakrooms are open, the red carpet is out, the champagne is being chilled, the canapes are ready, the table plan in place, and all the place cards in the right places, and the whole venue ready to receive the newly married couple. Once the bride and groom have arrived, of course with all the guests, I will greet them at the door and show the guests where the cloakrooms are, where the reception is. And I may conduct a receiving line. That's where I announce the names of the guests to the bride and groom and their parents. During the reception itself, I'll be assisting the photographer in finding the people to make up the set-piece shots. Then I will ensure that all the guests find the dining room or the ballroom, and I will ask them to sit down. And then at a special moment, when the bride and groom are ready to make a big entrance, I will ask all guests to rise and cheer and applaud the newlyweds and lead them to the top table. The meal is usually undisturbed until the end, when we have the speeches. I would introduce each of the speakers. Usually the traditional order is father of the bride, then the groom, and then the best man. After that, if we continue, we would then see the cake being cut. I would introduce that, make sure people can get their photographs of it. That will be followed by the first dance. And these days, the bride and groom are expected to perform a little bit like Strictly Come Dancing, at least for a minute, make a bit of an effort. Then all the guests join them on the dance floor, and I can feel, well, my job is done. Except sometimes later in the evening, there could be a firework display, in which case I ask people to go outside, and sometimes the bride and groom leave in a helicopter, in which case I get again everyone to come out. So the duties of the Toastmaster is to make sure it runs to time, that it goes smoothly, that the bride and groom have nothing to worry about, and it goes according to a plan which we predetermined. Having a Toastmaster ensures that the event runs smoothly, but it also adds a touch of elegance. Because we wear these red jackets with starch white fronts, we're there as somebody in authority, but is also a friend of the guests, who knows where things are, what's about to happen, and can make the proper introductions. Also, I'd be familiar with the culture and the protocol of the certain weddings. So the appeal is reassurance and style. I'd like to tell you about the Society of London Toastmasters, an organisation to which I belong. We were formed in 1956. We were the original Toastmaster organisation. There are, I think, 10 other organisations, but they're all copies. Ours is the authentic original. We're the highest qualified. So we will do state occasions, every head of state, the government will hire us, the Lord Mayor of the City of London. We deal with dignitaries, we understand the correct protocol, and we will be in and out of embassies, royal palaces, and government buildings through the week, weddings at weekend. So I feel I'm belonging with the elite of Toastmasters. I'm very proud and privileged to belong to them. But all we are is an association, a sort of brotherhood. And there's only 25 Toastmasters in the organisation, and it's very difficult to get into. Summing up, what a Toastmaster brings to a wedding is peace of mind, but also an insurance against all the other money that is being spent on the decoration, on the banquet, on the wine, on the bands. The Toastmaster makes sure that each of the elements is in its proper place, performing correctly and giving value. So this is quite important, isn't it? But really, it's for the peace of mind of the bride and groom, who can just sail through the day oblivious to any problems that might arise and safe in the knowledge that the Toastmaster had done his job. And I can go away knowing that I made a big contribution that day, a day they will never forget.